Well, guys, with Halloween literally right around the corner, I just could not help myself at the dollar store. I had to go and get another one of these solar powered dancing figures. Um, those of you who may have seen my dancing turkey video, where I tore one of these parts with was a turkey with a pie in one hand and kind of did the jiggle. This one's a little different because the head moves as well as the body. But it's the same apparatus. You got a magnet down here, counterweighting magnet, that pendulum, basically, that does that. And it's the same circuit. It's solar powered with a mystery chip and a capacitor in here. Pulses a coil. And I actually took the time this time to get the diagram down. And this is what we have. Never mind this. We have our solar cell here. The positive comes out and goes straight away to feeding the chip. I'm assuming this is a VCC pin, and I'm assuming that this is a ground pin, and this is a signal pin. So feeding the cob, it's a chip on board blob in there. It's also charging this capacitor up, which is, operation. Yeah, this capacitor goes straight across there. And I'm thinking what happens when this capacitor charges up enough, it fires the chip, which in turn fires the coil. It's powering it, kind of. Yeah, I'm no expert on these things. I mean, I know how it works, but it's hard for me to explain it. But I got the diagram down. It's charging the capacitor straight away off of the solar when it gets light on it. So right now under the camera, this thing is running, and it is pulsing, causing a pulse to come across. This chip is putting out a signal, pulse signal. I don't know the frequency of the pulse. I don't have my oscilloscope here. But just by doing that, under the camera light, he starts off with his dancing. It's going to stick it back together. And now he's dancing. And this has got to be the most simplistic way to do this. I don't know what this chip is. Probably if I knew what this chip was, I'd know better what it's doing exactly. And this is supplying the current. It's obviously charging this capacitor. In this signal, you've got a positive on here. That means this is going negative. Pulse that coil, which causes him to dance. Now, like I said, it's simple and effective, and it works, but I do have some Christmas versions of this too I haven't put out yet, and I may do a video on those, but I assume that it's going to be the identical circuit, chip, capacitor, coil, solar cell, which in point in case, you could put button cells in replace of this cell here, like one, and that would run him probably at full rate continuously until the cell runs down. But for now, Mr. Skeleton Man, you're going back in my windowsill, and I wish the rest of you a happy Halloween.